Prime Minister yesterday inaugurated the 141st International Olympic Committee session. That's what IOC stands for, at the Geo World Centre in Mumbai. Now, the session as we speak is underway. It's going to go on till the 17th. The Prime Minister, in his opening address, as you can see on your screens, said two things. Number one, that India is eager to organize the Youth Olympics in 2029. And number two, very importantly, that the country would leave no stone unturned for the successful organization of Olympics in 2036. Remember, India has made a formal bid to host it in that year. Now, the Reliance Foundation chairperson Neeta Ambani also addressed the event. She said that the IOC session in India was indeed a historic event for the country. She also gave the slogan, Olympics by all, Olympics for all. IOC President Thomas Bach congratulated India for its record-breaking medal haul at the Asian Games. We're going to continue to bring you developments. Take a look at different output from the ceremony that is ongoing. Take a look.
We have with us Abhinav Bindra, sir. OVEP program has generated a lot of interest here across the country. Now Reliance Foundation has also tied up for the spread. How do you see it helping the spirit of Olympics spread in the country?
I think the power of sport goes far beyond what we as athletes achieve on the field of play. Sport really has the power to shape society, and India being the largest population in the world with the youngest population as well, there is no better way to shape our young kids through sport, and that is precisely what OVEP tries to do. Shape young people, build character through the philosophy of Olympism, imbibe Olympic values of friendship, excellence and respect, and it's gone well, and of course we all need to collectively work harder to take it to all parts of the country, so I'm very happy about it.
Olympic movement has returned almost after 40 years. How do you think it helping the sporting spirit in the country?
Well, I was just a one-year-old when the last IOC session happened in India, so forgive me for not having too many memories of that one. But I'm hoping that this will herald a new energy into the Olympic movement. We had a wonderful opening ceremony where the Honourable Prime Minister attended. Of course, also showed interest of hosting the games at some point in the future.
My colleague Vinaya Deshpande, she's our Mumbai Bureau Chief. She's with us live right now. She's been bringing us coverage from the event itself. Vinaya, if you could just start out by telling our audiences, what is the importance of the IOC taking place right here in Mumbai, the session?
Well, absolutely, Toya. This is an extremely important moment, a historic moment, if I may say, for the country, particularly because the Olympic movement has returned to the country after a gap of 40 years. Remember, this is only the second time that India is hosting an IOC session here. We saw how last year Neeta Ambani led a delegation in order to bring this session to India, and that is why right now this session is being lauded and is being seen across the world as India's growing prowess. In fact, even yesterday when the Prime Minister was speaking at the inaugural session where he declared the session to be opened now, we saw how he said that this showed how India's growing prowess was with respect to holding global events. Recently it was G20. There are several culturally global events that India has heralded, and now this is the sporting moment, global sporting moment for the country, clearly at a time when India has aspirations to host Olympics. Yesterday Prime Minister as well made it quite clear that it's not just the 2036 Olympics that India would like to host, but also before that it's the young Olympics that India would like to host by the end of this decade as well, showing that India's growing prowess within sports. We looked at the tally that took place in the Asian Games recently, where India won over 100 medals. It only shows that India's sporting prowess is increasing, so is its aspiration, and at a time when India is showcasing all of that on the global arena, the fact that the IOC session is happening here in Mumbai, in India after a gap of 40 years signals a lot with respect to the growing prowess of the country, and that is why it is important. We spoke to several voices here. Abhinav Bindra spoke about it. We spoke to the 2024 Paris Olympics president, who spoke about how this was only showing a great time for India to come at a time when all eyes are on the IOC session for two important things. One is India's bid to host the Olympics, and second is about the probable inclusion of cricket in a country which is an extremely cricket loving country. The whole session is significant, and we expect that tomorrow that will be put to vote, and tomorrow there will be some decision on whether cricket will finally be a part of Olympics or not, particularly during the LA 2028 Olympics. Back to you.
Vinaya, we'll check back in with you tomorrow to find out if that happens. The whole country is obviously following that particular development. That's all that we have for you here on the show. Thank you for staying with us over the last half an hour.